The TicWatch Pro 5 is the long-awaited successor to the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra, and it comes with a number of significant upgrades. It's got a new Snapdragon W5 Plus Gen 1 chip which makes it fast. It's also got a longer battery life and it feels more premium than any other TicWatch. I've only had the Pro 5 for a few days, but I'm really impressed with it. It's fast, stylish and packed with features. I've been using it to track my workouts, check my notifications, reply to messages, make phone calls and pay for things without my phone. So far it's been a great experience. In today's video I'm going to show you everything you want to know about the all-new high-end TicWatch Pro 5 and share my thoughts on it. I'll cover the design, features, performance, battery life and overall value of the watch. Is the TicWatch Pro 5 the best WearOS watch for you? Let's find out. But before we dive in, let's check out what's in the box. So right off the bat we can see that this box is pretty sleek. It's a high quality white box with a clean minimalist design. It has a Pro 5 prominently displayed on the front. Let's open it up. Inside we got the watch itself. It's a nice round design and it's got a black silicone band. Underneath the watch we have two small boxes. In one we can find a charging cable with a USB connector. In the other we have the quick start guide. The guide is straightforward and tells you how to set up your watch. And that's everything you need to get started with the Pro 5. Let's take a closer look at the watch. So aesthetically it feels a bit like the previous TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra, but it's got a few key upgrades. The most obvious, as you can see, is the new rotating crown, which is a pressable rotating feature with haptic feedback. This is a great addition to the watch as it makes it much easier to interact with the device. You can use the crown to interact with the watch in a variety of ways, such as launching apps, scrolling through the menus and zooming in and out of maps. The rotating crown scrolls through your messages, whether they're from Gmail, Microsoft Teams or any of your other apps. You might not notice this at first, but there's also a small rectangle button just above the crown. This button is a multifunction button that can be used to power on off the watch, wake the screen and access recent apps and widgets. The watch case is made of a strong lightweight aluminium alloy that's been used in many high-end products such as the Apple Watch. It's also resistant to corrosion and scratches, making it ideal for everyday wear. The band is made of a soft, comfortable silicone that's resistant to water and sweat. It's also hypoallergenic, so it's unlikely to cause skin irritation. The Pro 5 is water resistant to 5 ATM, which is basically the same level of water resistance as most diving watches, so you can wear it swimming, showering or even snorkeling without any problems. After a swim you can use the water spit out feature to get any water out of the speaker and microphone holes. The watch drains the water through these holes using vibrations. It's pretty cool. The Pro 5 is a tough, durable smartwatch that can handle whatever you throw at it. It has a scratch-resistant Corning Gorilla anti-fingerprint cover glass and is military standard 810H certified. It's also lightweight at just 44 grams, so you can wear it all day long without even noticing it. So the Pro 5 also has this ruggedized bezel which doesn't rotate, but it doesn't just look great, it also provides nice protection against accidental damage. I think it's something that Samsung should consider when designing their Galaxy watches because it's both practical and aesthetically great. The rugged bezel protects the outer edge of the watch from mechanical damage, so after a while it won't look like the latest Galaxy watch. And by this little protection you can ensure that it will last for many years to come. I think it's a great example of how form and function can be combined to create a truly stylish and functional product. At the back of the case there is a set of optical sensors, charging pins, holes for the speakers and additional microphones added for additional volume and a better mic quality in windy environments. Below the crown there's also a single microphone. The watch has a stunning 1.43-inch round dual-layer display with a resolution of 466 by 466 pixels. It's the brightest display ever in a TicWatch, and it pairs OLED with a dynamic backlight FSTN screen for extended battery life. The dual display technology, which is a feature from previous TicWatch models, means it has a high-resolution display for when you need it, and a low-power display for when you don't. This contributes to its long battery life, which we'll get into later in this video. In the FSTN mode, you can rotate the crown to cycle through different information such as the time, heart rate, calories burned and SpO2 levels. You can also customize the color of the backlight so you can find a color that you like. The Pro 5 runs on the latest version of WearOS 3.5, which brings some improvements over the previous versions such as faster load times of the apps, fitness tracking powered by Fitbit's technology, and a redesigned interface. The WearOS 3.5 looks pretty familiar. It's still intuitive, but it's got some new features that makes it even better. First up, you can swipe down from the watch face or twist the crown counterclockwise to access your customizable quick settings. This is where you can control things like your brightness, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You can also add shortcuts to your favorite apps here. Swiping up from the watch face or turning the crown clockwise opens up your notifications. You can clear them individually or all at once. You can also reply to the text messages and emails right from your wrist. I like that. A single click of the crown opens your list of apps. This is where you can find all of your installed apps. You can also search for apps here if you don't remember the name of the one you're looking for. The secondary button opens the list of apps you've used recently. You can swipe through this list to quickly switch between the apps. I almost never use the recent apps button, but it's there if you need it. You can swipe sideways to access a predetermined set of tiles that you can organize in the phone app. These tiles are like big quick shortcuts to screens that you might use a lot. For example, you could have a tile for your music player, your weather app or your fitness tracker. Ongoing background tasks will show up at the bottom of the screen. For example, if you have a notification, there will be a little dot next to the notification icon. To control any of the normal watch faces and complications, you can go through the watch app. This makes perfect sense. The Pro 5 comes with a bunch of pre-installed apps, including dedicated Mobvoi treadmill app. This app lets you seamlessly connect your watch to your treadmill and track your workout data. We've recently reviewed two of the Mobvoi's latest treadmill models, and we've been really impressed with the company's home gym ecosystem. The way all of the devices work together is seamless and user-friendly. In addition to the treadmill app, the TicWatch Pro 5 also comes with a number of other pre-installed apps like SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube Music and Google Play. These apps make it easy to listen to music, pay for things and get more out of your watch. If you have any favorite apps which are not pre-installed on the watch, you can download them from the Google Play Store. The Play Store is available on the watch itself, or you can download apps from your phone and transfer them to the watch. The Pro 5 feels like a true extension of your phone. It's not just a Bluetooth accessory that you use to make calls and send text. You can do a bunch of fitness stuff like workouts and sleep tracking, and the watch will automatically sync all of that data to the Mobvoi Health app. There's also a Google Fit app, but the watch almost insists to use the TicWatch native apps instead. This might be a bit confusing, but I get it. Google Fit is a more popular app and people just want to use it. The TicWatch native apps are designed to work specifically with their watch, so they might offer a better experience than the Google Fit. Google has been investing heavily in WearOS, so it's possible that they will eventually make Google Fit the default fitness tracking app for WearOS devices. I would love to see these two apps merge into one. Ultimately, the best way to track your fitness with the Pro 5 is to use the apps that works best for you. The Pro 5 has built-in GPS and a heart rate monitor, and it can track a bunch of exercises and workouts like walking, running, biking, swimming, weightlifting and more. The watch can track your heart rate, steps taken, calories burned and the distance traveled during the exercises. All the routes are saved and can be quickly recalled via the app. The GPS can also be used as the navigation tool, with Google Maps as the default app. The GPS can be mirrored on your phone or used independently. The watch can also use the various GPS tracking apps that you can download via Google Play.
Route may be affected by northeast.
Let's talk about the step count accuracy, which is a fundamental sports measurement of the watch. I'll take a handheld tally counter and we'll compare the step count measurements to the watch. I'm gonna walk exactly 2000 steps, manually clicking the tally counter on each step. Here we got the results. The watch counted 2010 steps, which is pretty good considering my steps were of various stride lengths. I walk with the various speeds, occasionally even run, and stop a few times to cross the street and walk up and down the stairs. The watch also tracks your heart rate and VO2 max, which measures how much oxygen you can breathe in while exercising as hard as you can. Right, one of the watch's coolest features is that it continuously records your heart rate while you wear it. Let's check the accuracy of the heart rate measurements against a finger-clamped medical-grade pulse oximeter. And before we carry on, make sure you're subscribed. First, let's check the resting heart rate using the Mobvoi app called TicWatch. I'm going to put the watch and the oximeter and we'll see how close the readings are. Okay, so the watch is measuring around 64 beats per minute and the oximeter is also oscillating around 64 BPM. That's pretty close, so I'm happy with that. One more quick check using the Google Fit app. Here's the reading: 61 BPM at the watch and 63 BPM at the oximeter. Now let's see how the watch does during exercise. I'm going for a quick workout and do some press-ups, and we'll check the heart rate measurements again afterwards. Alright, I'm back. Let's measure it again. I expect the readings to be slightly different, but we'll see. The watch and the oximeter measured 93 BPM after my exercise. That's a good accuracy of the heart rate measurement. One more quick check using Google Fit app. Here's the reading: 92 BPM at the watch and 90 BPM at the oximeter. Like most recent watches, the Pro 5 also measures the oxygen blood saturation levels, also known as SpO2. Let's check its accuracy using the TicOxygen app. Here's the reading: 99% at the watch and 98% at the oximeter. That's okay with me. So the Pro 5 has a built-in sleep tracker. This thing is pretty sick. It tracks your sleep stages, heart rate, SpO2, respiratory rate and the skin temperature. It also gives you a score for your overall sleep quality. I found the measurements to be very accurate. The Fitbit technology that powers the sleep tracker is top-notch. The sleep tracker also tracks and recognizes daily naps. I'm also really impressed with how detailed their reports were. It's comparable to or even better than the latest Fitbit. The new Mobvoi Health app is a redesigned version of the previous app called just Mobvoi, and it works for WearOS 3 and higher. It has all the same features as the old app, plus new ones like maps for outdoor routes. You can still track fitness goals, see the graphs of your heart rate, SpO2, VO2 max and sleep breakdown. The app also makes it easy to manage your watch faces. You can choose from a variety of downloadable watch faces on Google Play Store or create your own from scratch. To get started, you can choose any photo or picture from your phone, scale it, crop it and pick the best position for the time, date and the battery level to be displayed. Once you're happy with your watch face, just tap Send to Watch and it will be transferred to the watch. It's a really cool feature that gives you a control over the look and feel of your watch. To use NFC payments on the Pro 5, you'll need to set up Google Pay. Once it's done, you can add your credit or debit card to your watch. Then, when you're at a store that accepts contactless payments, just hold your watch near the payment terminal. Your watch will vibrate and you'll see a confirmations on the screen. The watch has a 611 mAh battery, which is pretty big for a smartwatch. Mobvoi claims that you can get up to 45 days of battery life in essential mode, which is a mode that turns off all the smartwatch features except for the time and notifications. They also said you can get up to 80 hours with a new battery optimization feature called Smart Mode. So I'm just doing the mental math of how long this normally lasts me, which is about 2 days and a half, so it feels like with the normal use it can be about 3-day battery. In my experience, I've been getting about 72 hours of battery life, and that's pretty good. So that's the TicWatch Pro 5. It's a great watch and I think it's the best smartwatch that Mobvoi has ever made. It's got a lot of features, it's well built, and it's priced competitively. I know that some people are going to complain that the TicWatch Pro 5 probably won't get the promised updates as we've seen in the past. And I know that some people are going to say that they can get a Galaxy Watch for a similar price. But to those people I say this: once you get your hands on TicWatch Pro 5, you'll know. It's just the most refined Mobvoi watch ever, and it's got a loads of potential. Time will tell if it can crush the Galaxy Watch or make a dent in Apple Watch market share, but I think it has a good chance. So if you're in the market for the new smartwatch, I highly recommend checking out the TicWatch Pro 5. It's a great watch and I think you'll be happy with it. But ultimately, the best smartwatch for you is the one that meets your individual needs and expectations. So do some research, try out a few different watches and see what works best for you. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that video and found it pretty informative and useful. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed so you won't miss when the next video comes out.